Welcome to our Africa Tech segment today. One of the world's largest social media platform, Facebook, has revealed plans for a new global digital currency, which will let people buy things or send money to people with zero fees. Libra is backed by a reserve for real currencies and assets, and its developers say it was created in a bid to promote financial inclusion for the unbanked. Many in the blockchain space believe Libra could be beneficial to users in third world and developing countries, as well as those who currently rely on services to send remittances. Let's get more on this from our guest, Chimeze Chuta, the founder of Blockchain Nigeria User Group. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you so much for having me.
So in layman term, what exactly is Libra?
Okay, Libra is the cryptocurrency token of the Libra blockchain that is launched recently by Facebook and its conglomerate companies that were behind it. Now, it's first of all a blockchain on its own, which means it's a protocol that has rules that will enable some kind of transactions that will be added to the blockchain, and it will have its own native token that will enable people to transact with it. It's actually that native token that is actually called Libra. So it's the Libra coin.
Okay, so but what makes it different from other cryptocurrencies, and how will it be adopted for everyday use?
Okay, other cryptocurrencies like blockchain enjoy what we call full decentralization and permissionless, in which case it means that people who are interested in supporting the network can easily run the network to validate transactions. And there are no controls in terms of censorship. Okay, so it's completely censorship resistant. On the other hand, Libra is not like that. It's what you call a centralized blockchain platform. And participant has to be known. So it's what you call permissioned. So you need to know the people who verify nodes and verify transactions. So it's very, very important that people understand those two differences. In the core of Bitcoin blockchain itself is decentralization and censorship resistance. And that's a huge difference from Libra.
But what impact do you think this new digital currency will have on the African market?
Well, Libra as a cryptocurrency is not coming to do anything particularly or entirely new that has not been going on in the industry before now. There have been other projects out there that were also deployed for remittances and speedy transaction enablement. Okay, so what this is coming to do is actually to utilize the huge market ownership that Facebook has. You know, to most Africans, Facebook and WhatsApp is the internet. And without that, they don't really know much about internet. So they're going to leverage that huge market they already have. We have almost 2 billion people already on Facebook. And Africa, 78% of Africans are majorly spending their time on Facebook or WhatsApp. And that's a huge market for them to leverage almost immediately if they're able to deploy this new cryptocurrency.
Will there be any form of regulation there?
Yes, for any kind of digital assets, there's need for regulation, and there will be. And the good thing there is that the founder of Facebook, Mark himself, he had mentioned that the company is already privacy compliant, so they are interested in having government regulated properly. And when you talk about regulation, it's actually talking about having proper KYC and having anti-money laundering laws put in place and making sure that players in the industry obey them, making sure that nobody is taking advantage of another person that is playing in the industry. So all these things are the things that regulators are interested in. And Facebook itself, as we all know, they have most of the information that we actually have, so they can tell who is who. We don't really need to do much about dragging them for regulation. They already have the information that people will need.
Do you think the African governments will welcome the initiative?
Well, African governments, it depends really, because most African governments have been asleep really when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency. And the bad thing about that is that, you know, the sit-down-look attitude has made a lot of things to go unnoticed. You know, that's why most of us in the blockchain and the crypto industry, we are very excited about Facebook coming in, primarily because it brings this global focus. It makes people to come to maybe TV stations like this and mention the word Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Before now, we couldn't say that, but thank God for Facebook. So it helps us to drive this mass adoption thing that all of us really are interested in doing.
All right then, thank God for Facebook and thank God it's Friday. Thank you so much, Mr. Chimize Chuta, the founder of Blockchain Nigeria User Group. Thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.